Alrighty, guys, just trying to finalize setting things up here for some morning baseball. Morning baseball. You gotta love it. Alrighty, so we've got game number 127. This is the fourth game against California at home before the Oakland A's come into town. Let's take a look at the lineups. Devin White, Claudell Washington, Johnny Ray, excuse me, Wally Joyner, Chili Davis, Tony Armas, he's new, Jack Howell, John Orton, Kent Anderson, and Bert Blyleven pitching the ace of the staff for the California Angels. He'll be going up against Statzer, Wilson, Brett Jackson, Eisenreich, Tartabull, Stillwell, White, and Bob Boone. Pitching today for the Royals, Luis Equento. That's not what I wanted. I wanted his stats. Thank you. He's 5-6 on the season with a save, a 3.86 ERA. He's had 100 innings, 116 hits, 37 strikeouts, 20 walks. So let's see if we can continue and win all four of these games against the Angels. Sorry. So we are in Kauffman Stadium, +1 to strikeouts, -1 to walks, -2 to home runs. And Aquino is done with his warm-up pitching, and Devin White steps into the box. So Luis Aquino, Devin White, 2-3, strikes him out on a fastball on the outside corner. That's a good way to start, Lewis. Good job. Claudell Washington, 242 average. Got a stadium check. And the 25 is going to be a ground ball. It's hit down to Steitzer. He comes in on the grass, picks it up, throws across, 1-2 away. And Johnny Ray. Johnny Ray's got a home run in this series so far, 235 average. He is going to switch hit, so he'll be batting from the left. And he's going to pop it up high. Brett into foul territory. Nope, the wind catches it, brings it back fair, and George Brett corrals it for a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Bert Blyleven. He's going to take his 1-1 win-loss record up against Kansas City, 3.23 ERA, 16 2/3 innings, giving up 13 hits, 8 strikeouts, only 3 walks. Let's see how he does against Kansas City. And I am going to reload my other screen here just for a second. So be patient with me here. All right, we're going to try and get you guys a little bit of doubleheader action today, this morning, and then maybe a doubleheader this afternoon, and then maybe a doubleheader this evening. I'm trying to get through some of these games this weekend, so hopefully we'll get some games under our belt. We're in game number 127. So I'm hoping to get up to, if we get up into like the 135 area soon, that would be okay. Kevin Steitzer due up first, batting 283. His average has been dropping recently. 6-6, and that's going to be a auto out, 1-8, and that's going to be ground ball out. Willie Wilson, 278 average. Against Blyleven. 22, it's going to be ground ball to short, 2-way. George Brett, his average is plummeted as well. 2-5, and that's ground ball down to Joyner at first base. It's a 1-2-3 inning for both sides. Hey, Herb Pilgrim, D&D extraordinaire. What's going on, my friend? How you been? Good to see you. I miss you, man. I miss you. We need to get back swinging into things. Wally Joyner's up. And he's going to get himself a ground ball down to Steitzer at third base. Chili Davis, 250 average. And 22. He's going to get a single. Stillwell can't get that one. That one's going to roll into left field. So, 1-on, 1-out for Tony Armas, 3-5, and that's not going to do it. 41, this is going to be a fly ball in the right field, no advancement. Jack Howell And Jack's going to go down on a fastball. Luis Aquino paints that outside corner. Second strikeout, 1 hit, no runs, no errors to go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless here at Kauffman Stadium. Mr. Bo Jackson. If he could just stay away from these Ks, he might get a hit. But this time, swinging at the Nietzsche and misses. Jim Eisenreich. Now he's been holding things together for the Royals in the last few games. He's going to line a hot shot down to Joyner. He protects himself, but he does catch the ball. So Danny Tartable, 2 away. 3-4. We got a range play here. Danny Tartable trying to hit them where they're not. This is shortstop, and Lewis Anderson comes in. He grabs it. He throws. What a play. No runs, no hits, no errors. And through 2, Kansas City's got no hits. John Orton. And Orton's going to walk. So leadoff man aboard for Kent Anderson. 5-4. Kent Anderson waits on the pitch. Here it comes. 3-3. It's a ground ball. Hit to White. White scoops it up. Throws it over to Stillwell. Stillwell guns it to Brett. 4-6-3 double killing. Luis Aquino pumps his fist after that one. Wild pitch we can ignore. So 2 away here in the top of the third. And another walk given up by Luis Aquino. So another man aboard. And no hit by pitch. Got that one inside on him. 5-3. It's going to be a ground ball down to Brett. He's going to take it to the bag himself. No hits, no runs, no errors to go to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless. Cruising right through this game. Kurt Stillwell. Switch hitter batting from the left side this time. And he finally gets Kansas City a hit as he gets one past Anderson and into left center field. Brings up Frank White, 244 average. 3-5. Frank White waits on the pitch. Here it comes. 21. That's going to be ground ball. And Stillwell is going to roll is greater than. Nope. So he's going to advance on the play. Out at first. They put the steal on for Stillwell. He's going to try it and just barely gets in there. The throw, not in time, stolen base. I think that might be the first time we've done a steal of third all season, but surprising, Kurt Stillwell jumps on that one as Bert Blyleven was not paying attention to that runner on second. Bob Boone gets himself a stadium check. 2-3. That's going to be ground ball. Are they going to try to score? Yes, they are. Are you going to do the out at first? Yes, you are. Score and out at first. So Kansas City does get the 1-0 lead. They could have tried to throw him out at home, but he's a 5-6, so you need a 6. So you better just give up the run for the out. Kevin Steitzer, 3-6. Steitzer, 6-3. That's going to be a fly ball to Armis in left field, but 1 run, 1 hit, and the big steal at third base comes in, and Kansas City takes a 1-0 lead here going to the top of the fourth. Johnny Ray's got a range play. 1-1, that's going to be to Steitzer, who can't make it. Gets right by him. And they get the leadoff man aboard. Wally Joyner, and Joyner steps in. 6-4. Foul tips the ball. But he's going to get one, and that was laced between Wilson and Tarnable. That one's going to fall in and roll. And before you know it, it goes all the way to the wall, and just like that, the Angels have 2 runners on with no one out. Defense will play in, and Chili Davis is up. 5-5. Error to throw, possibly. 5-3. That's going to be ground ball to second. No error on the play. It's a base runner going to try to score. He's only a 1, so basically if I roll 2 or higher, so no, he's not going to try that. And no, runners do not advance as White gets that one. So 1 out. Defense will play in again. Tony Armis, 0 for 1 on the day. Another error check. 55. It's going to be a ground ball down to third. Steitzer, no error on Steitzer. Again, they will not try to score out at first. So 2 lazy ground balls to the infield and cannot advance the runners. Last chance, Jack Howell. A range play. This should do it, though. 1-4, and that was going to be to Wilson. Wilson, though, makes a great diving stop in the outfield, and look at that. Kansas City's defense holds them from scoring. Runners at second and third, no one out. That's no runs on 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0. KC Burt Blyleven pitching a good game. Willie Wilson, he'll take a swing at that fastball way too late on that 93 mile an hour. Down on strikes. George Brett 0 for 1. George, a left-hander here. He's going to fly. Gets under that one. Armis comes in and makes the catch. Bo Jackson with the strikeout today. 3-5. Bo Jackson. He's going to ground it down to Ray at second base for the second out. And John Orton. Top of 5, 4-4 is going to be a range play. Let's see if the defense can hold him on again. 3-4. That's going to be to Wilson in center field, and he's going to make the play as well. Good defense by Kansas City holding on to this 1-0 lead in the top of the 5th inning. Kent Anderson, slider gets in there. Strike 3. Devin White walked in a strikeout so far in his plate appearances. Devin White. And he's going to get one into right field. That is a 9. That's going to get over Tartabull. Tartabull chases the ball down. It rattles around in the corner. Rounding second, heading to third is going to be Devin White. And he's sitting there with a stand-up triple. The triple into the corner. Tartabull took his time getting that one. So 2 outs, runner in scoring position, 90 feet away. Wild pitch will score the run. Caudell Washington. And Caudell, he's going to look at a good pitch. 4-4, and this one's going to be a ground ball to White. White, he's going to scoop that up off the dirt, picks it up, throws to Brett, and it's in time. So once again, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. That's 5 men left on base for California. But still scoreless going to the bottom of the 5th. Jim Eisenreich keeping all the offense going for Kansas City. 3-5. Fly ball to left field, so he'll be out. Danny Tartabull. And Danny looks at a called ball 4. And they want to put the steal on. They want to put the steal on. Sure, we're going to try for it. And it's, once again, he has a 13. They rolled a 12. But it is in the dirt, stolen base, as Danny Tartabull gets a steal. Gets himself in scoring position here for Kurt Stillwell. Scored a run, batting .315. That one came in, really close to him, but got out of the way. 6-5. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. No advancement on the play, so 2 away now for Frank White, 243 average. Once again, get in on him, and that one hit him in the elbow, and he's got a stinger there. He's got a stinger there. Gives Blyleven a little chirping as he heads down to first. Some of the Kansas City Royals from the dugout. That's 2 batters in a row Blyleven tried to hit. He's upset with something that happened. But 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th for Bobby Boone. Big Bob Boone, catcher. And we got an error on a ground ball, possibly. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Washington. He's going to take a few steps to his left and make the catch. So once again, no runs, no hits, no errors. Lots of base runners, but nobody scoring. We go to the top of the 6th. Still 1-0 KC. Johnny Ray, he's going to line that with a hot one right down to White. He's going to snag that, and for the out. Wally Joyner, 1 for 2 with a double. 44. That's going to be another liner right at White. So White's trying to dodge the balls out there as they're hitting them right at him. 5-5. Error in the throw possibly. And this one's going to be down to Stillwell. Stillwell, though, with the throwing error as he throws it over Brett's head. Got a little too lazy-daisical there, and getting down to first base is Chili Davis. 2 out here for Tony Armas. 4-4 range play. 51. That's going to be a double into center field unless... I'm sorry, right field. You're right. That is right field. And over the head once again, Danny Tartable. And the lead runner advances on the throw as long as they have a 1. They do. So scoring is going to be Chili Davis. Here comes the throw. In there, safe. And the roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner. It is. So he's going to advance to third on the play. On the throw home, Tony Armas delivers in the lineup today, making his return against Kansas City, and he's now tied up the ballgame and got himself in scoring position. Jack Howell 0 for 2. Farley plate a run 2-3. That's going to be ground ball, but the error comes back to haunt KC as they now tied going into the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1, Kevin Steitzer. Wild pitch we can ignore. 1-3 is a home run check. Ooh, just outside his range, although he doesn't hit any home runs versus righties anyways. But it is going to be a single pass Joyner at first base. Cannot make the play. They do roll a pickoff, but they don't have that, so we can ignore it. Willie Wilson 0 for 2. Wild pitch we can't ignore it that time. But it is caught by Orton behind the plate. But a little wild is Blyleven as he throws another one way outside in the dirt. And 2 runners on for KC. Now, our 3-4 hitters need to get rolling here. George Brett, 4-4. That's going to be an error check. 5-3. That's the pitcher, Blyleven. He has, oh my gosh, look at that. He's got a 0. If he had any error rating whatsoever, it would have been an error. So error on the play. I mean, no error on the play. But a 6 is rolled, so the only play's at first. So runners do advance on the play. Brings up Bo Jackson. DH today. 1-2. He's got himself a Kauffman Stadium check. 66. That's a single into center field. Is he going to try to stretch it out? He will not try to stretch it out, but that is going to fall in, and Willie Wilson's going to score. Kevin Steitzer's going to score. Bo Jackson, 2 RBI single here in the bottom of the 6th gives KC a 3-1 lead. They do roll for the steal, and Bo Jackson dives in there head first. Cap flies off halfway down the baseline. Anderson almost dives out of the way, seeing Bo Jackson come running at him at full speed. Now that would be a sight, wouldn't it? Bert Blyleven in a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 3 on Jim Eisenreich. 2-away now for Danny Tartable, who can make up for his bad outfield performance with a good offensive output. That would be great. 3-3, and that's going to be a fly ball. Armas on the run makes the catch. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 runs driven in by Bo Jackson, and KC takes a 3-1 lead going into the top of the 7th inning. Strike 3. Luis Equado with 4 strikeouts now. Kent Anderson 0 for 2 with a strikeout. No strikeout that time. 2-3, and that's going to be a single into center field. Wilson can't get it. It's going to fall in. Off the end of the bat, Devin White, center fielder. 3-1. Devin White The Angels trying to get back 5-4. That's going to be ground ball hit to White. White throws it over to Stillwell. Not in time. White's only play is going to be at first. So Caudell Washington, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, 4-6. And he's going to walk Caudell. And he does have a pickoff, so we'll roll it. Oh, look at that. Picked him off. Picked him off the base. And that's no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Everyone take me out to the ball game and take me out with the crowd. Oh, Stillwell goes down on the strikes. Buy me some peanuts and some Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never come back. So root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. Yeah, there we go. Single into center field. Because it's 1, 2, 3 strikes are out at the old ball game. Bob Booney. He's going to look at a pitch inside. Bob Boone, 5-2. He's going to get a single past Ray. And round in second, heading to third, Frank White. The outfielder, White, doesn't even make the throw. So runners at the corners with only 1 out. Do the defense play back? Try for the double play? I think so, because Bob Boone is pretty slow at first base. So, although ground ball double plays at 2, Ray's a +1. So if he's the pivot man, so if it's hit to Anderson, he's a +1. They'll take that up to a 3, I believe, is how that works out. If he's not the pivot man, though, yeah, I think they'll play back. They don't want to give up the run, obviously, but I mean, Frank White is a 3, so it's a 50-50 shot. Well, first of all, 1 out for Kevin Steitzer, 6-3, and that's a range play. Good thing they didn't play in. 2-5, and that's going to be to Joyner. Yeah, so I think when you play in, you lose 2 on your range, so he'd be down to a 2. Let's see. Oh, he made a 1, so it didn't matter. Is the base runner going to try to score? Yeah. Yes. Will the defense try for the out at home? Again, Frank White is a 5, which means you would have to roll a 6 on a 6-sided dice only to get him out. Everything else he's safe, so no. So he is going to score, and the ground ball double play is too high. It's a 4 instead of a 2. So he had a better chance of the ground ball double play. They did get the force at second, though. So in comes Frank White, hustling down the line. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Bert Blyleven, and Blyleven, huh? Does he want to pull him? No, they're going to try and get him through the 7th here. 1-5. Willie Wilson, 0 for 2, 6-4, and they're going to do it. That's a to Anderson, flips it over to Ray, covering the base. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. KC somehow, some way, winning this game 4-1 without being without hitting very well. 4-6. It's a ground ball hit to Steitzer. Error as he throws it over the bag. 2-base error. That one goes all the way into right field. So leadoff error does not help Kevin Steitzer. Brings up Wally Joyner. 36, a range play for Joyner. That's going to be down to Brett, and Brett makes the play. Unbelievable. Advancing, though, on the play. So runner in scoring position. Defense will play normal. They'll give up the run for the out if they can. Error check for Chili Davis. That's going to be, oh no, not in Steitzer again. And another error. So 2 errors in the game, in this inning on Steitzer. It's a 1-base error. That's going to score, and runner's going to make it to first in time. And that is 3 errors on Kansas City now. So 4-2. Kevin Steitzer, 2 errors in the inning. Tony Armas, 4-3, and that's going to be a fly ball out. And that's going to be it for Luis Ecuedo. Gets a big hand from the home crowd. And it looks like they're going to be bringing in Steve Farr. Steve Farr so far in the season, 1-3, 3 saves, 3.48. 54 and a third, 81 hits, 43 strikeouts, 14 walks. Steve Farr. He's up against Jack Howe, 1 run on, and that's going to be an auto single and running to third. So that brings up the tying run on first base. 2 outs here for John Orton. Not a very good pitch there by Steve Farr to lead things off. But he comes right back. Look at that with the strikeout. John Orton 0 for 2 with the walk and now 2 strikeouts. So Burt Blyleven's day is done. They do get 1 run and 1 hit and 2 errors in the inning. 1 run, 2 hits. I'm sorry, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors. Both of them on Steitzer. All right, so Burt Blyleven is going to be hitting the dugout there. And let's see, we have do a lefty, righty, lefty. So the lefty, Bob McClure, is coming in. We've seen Bob the last few innings, or the last few games against California. So let's see if he can do his job once again. And he's going to get George Brett to ground to short, 1 away. Mr. Bo Jackson with 2 RBIs on the day. He's going to strike out. And that brings up Jim Eisenreich, who's 0 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be an auto out as well. So Bob McClure gets a 1-2-3 quick inning there. We go to the top of the 9th, 4-2 Kansas City. Steve Farr is going to be replaced by, well, let's see. He's a left-hander, huh? They got a righty, a switchy, and then a lefty, switchy. All right, so Steve Farr. They're going to try and save Montgomery today. They're going to pitch Farr to Kent Anderson, 6-3. That's a range play. 4-2, top of 9, 5-4, and it's going to pop up to short. And Stillwell is going to make the play as he over the head catch there. It's 1 out for Devin White. 1 for 3 with a triple, walked, and a strikeout. He's a switch hitter. Hits better against lefties than righties. So they're going to be making the call to the pen, and they're going to be bringing in Jerry Gleaton. Lefty. Left-hander. Doesn't give up much home runs, and does have auto singles. So let's hope. All right, so 4-2, 1 out here in top of the 9th. Jerry Gleaton versus Devin White. Error chance. Don't hit it at Steitzer. 2-4. That's going to be out. That's going to be a double off the lefty, so no error check needed. So the tying run comes to the plate in Quandale Washington. Left-hander. Doesn't hit any home runs versus lefties, so we'll definitely leave Jerry Gleaton in to try and close this out. 5-4, and that's going to be a big strikeout by Jerry Gleaton. Doesn't have very many strikeouts on the season, does he? Actually, he has 9, which is what he had in real life. So good for him. He has more walks than he had in real life. And very close. Not much used, I would guess. So 2 outs now for Johnny Ray. Still, tying run comes to the plate in the form of Johnny Ray. 5 home runs. He has hit a home run against Kansas City. Do they leave him in there? He's 1 for 4. Who's on the bench? And if we look at home runs, Brian Downing on the bench has hit 14 home runs, 283 average. He's a right-hander, so they're going to he is a switch hitter. Doesn't hit. I think they're going to be bringing in Brian Downing. He's going to be making a call to the pen for Brian Downing here. He is a right-hander, and he does hit a lot of home runs versus lefties. So good call by the catch you later. I'm out and about, says Herb. Yes, we'll see you soon, Herb. Thank you so much for coming by. So Brian Downing here, last chance for the Angels. 26 and strike three at the knees. And oh, Brian Downing was not happy with that call by the umpire, but that's going to do it as Kansas City wins. Kansas City wins. The lights up the night with the fireworks as Kansas City takes a 4 games against California. California drops the season series 3 wins versus 7 losses against Kansas City. Let's go ahead and save our stats there. So the stat line looks 2 runs and 8 hits, no errors. Kansas City 4 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors. The win goes to Luis Aquino, who improves to 6-6. Bert Blyleven drops to 1-2. Jerry Gleaton with his first save of the season. No home runs by either team. I'll be putting the mute on. It helps if I don't mute until after I tell you what's going on. I'm going to be putting the mute on, and I'll be right back with game number 128. All right, and we are back just like that. It's like the magic of the internet, right? Just like that. All righty, Bubba Husky, what's going on? Herb just had to leave just a minute ago, Bubba, but I appreciate you coming by. This is game number 128. We took 4 games in a row against California. Unbelievable. Our offense was doing nothing. Our pitching and defense, I know, hard to believe, our pitching and defense actually was pretty decent. We were making range plays. We were doing really, really good. So all in all, not bad. But now we're got 3 more at home. And this time the Oakland A's come into town. Oakland is 3 wins and 4 losses against Kansas City so far in the season. This is game number 128 of the season. Ricky Henderson, Carney Lansford, Jose Canseco, Dave Parker, Mark McGuire, Terry Steinbeck, Lance Blankenship, Stan Javier, Walt Weiss, and pitching today, Mike Moore. He's going up against Steitzer, Wilson, Brett Jackson, Eisenreich, Tartable, Stillwell, Frank White, and Bob Boone. Pitching today is Mark Gabaza. 14-6. 2.81 ERA. So let's see if Gabaza can get things against this very potent Oakland A's lineup. Ricky Henderson due up first. 1-4. We got a stadium check right off the bat. And a ground ball hit down to Stillwell, 1 away. Carney Lansford. 4-5. Carney Lansford, and he's got a stadium check. So back-to-back stadium checks. That's going to be a single in the left field. That brings up Mr. Jose Canseco, only batting .500 against Kansas City this season. And he looks at a ground ball, hits a Steitzer. And the roll is greater than runner at first. Wait. Roll greater than runner at first, base runner than the force is at second. So forced out at second, fielder's choice 2-way for Dave Parker. 241 average. Hey, Al, Red Sox fan is here as well. And Steve Reich, 3 on the corner. Dave Parker swinging wildly at that one. And Mark Gabaza pitching some darts out there for Kansas City. We go to the bottom of the first. Mike Moore, this is game number 2 of our doubleheader here. Mike Moore is 1-0, pitched 8 innings, gave up 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. So we're going to try and get a couple games this morning, a couple games this afternoon, maybe a couple games this evening. We're trying to get through the 1989 Kansas City replay. We're in game 128, so we're down to still a lot of games left. We're almost in September, though. I'm trying to get to September so I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We are 75 and 52, actually. So Mike Moore versus Kevin Steitzer. 3-6 and no hit by pitch. Steitzer. 41, that's going to be a fly ball to center. Willie Wilson, center fielder. And he's going to strike out at the Nietzsche, as our good friend Stratomatic Delaware likes to call it. George Brett, who hasn't done anything in like 10 games. 1-3, and he's going to line it right at Blankenship. It's a 1-2-3 inning, so Mike Moore cruising through that inning. Gabaza comes back out, and he's going to walk Mark McGuire. That brings up Terry Steinbeck. 3-2. No strikeout this time. Steinbeck, 2-6, and that's going to be a ground ball hit to White. White throws it over to Stillwell. Stillwell guns it to Brett. It's a 4-6-3 twin killing. Lance Blankenship, 2 quick outs now. 3-3, no walk this time. Fouls it off, 4-5. It's ground ball hit to Stillwell. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of 2. Bo Jackson, 2 up. DH today. 24, and wild pitch, we can ignore that. 42, and another strikeout by Jackson. Wow. Jim Eisenreich, seems like all he's doing is striking out recently. Jim Eisenreich, though, has been our only main source of hits. Mark McGuire at first base has got a range of 4. Wow. Okay. Nice. So 2-8, and brings up Danny Tartable. 3-3 range play for Danny. Got 3 games in a row coming up against Oakland, 2-5, and that's going to be to Javier. Javier is going to make the play. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. Once again, we go to the top of the 3rd, cruising right along here. Mark Gabaza and Stan Javier. 33. That's going to be a pop-up to Brett in foul territory. 1 away. Walt Weiss, a shortstop. And a 1-3. That's a ground ball to Steitzer. Ricky Henderson 0 for 1. Uh-oh, they walked him. That's not good. Oh, good. No steal, because he's probably pretty good at stealing. I'm just guessing. He might be pretty good at stealing. 5-2. Carney Lansford. And he's going to get himself a single, no error on the play. But Henderson advances easily to 3rd, even though it was hit to left field. All righty, Bubba Husky and Al Red Sox fan. What's going on, guys? Al, I sent you an email when you get a chance. I don't know if you got it yet or not, but let me know when you get a chance. Who do the Vols play today? It must be college basketball here as we're winding ourselves up to March Madness, it looks like. Jose Canseco, we have 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Jose Canseco, 6-1 in, strike 3 on the outside corner. So getting out of it, Mark Gabaza, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd, still scoreless here in Kauffman Stadium. Alrighty, and Kurt Stillwell, 5 and a 6. It's a ground ball hit down to McGuire at first base. Frank White. Home run check, but 1-4. Mike Moore does not give up a lot of home runs, and Frank White doesn't hit very many home runs. So 5 and a 6. That's going to be a double, though. We will take a double by Frank White, and he gets himself in scoring position here for Bob Boone. 266 average. And Bob is, oh, look at that, 0. We rolled a 1, but unfortunately, Mike Moore is -6 on hitting people. But we'll take a single. And coming around to score, here comes the throw from Canseco all the way home. But the roll is less than or equal to the trail runner. So stopping at first will be Boone. And Kansas City takes a 1-0 lead on the RBI single by Bob Boone. Canseco's throw not in time. Coming in to score, Frank White. Steitzer, 5-2. He's going to get a single. And just like that, 2 runners on for KC here in the bottom of the third. Only 1 out. Willie Wilson. And Wilson strikes out there on the outside corner. George Brett. George Brett waits on the pitch. Here it comes. It's a 223, and that's going to be to center field. 17, no, too high as that one falls in. And Wilson, our center fielder there is not Willie Wilson. Center fielder is going to be Stan Javier for Oakland. But KC gets 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. Number 1, Tennessee at number 5, Kentucky at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on ESPN. Number 1, number 5, going at it. Oh, nay. It's going to be a big time game there tonight on ESPN. Dave Parker, 5-5. Fly ball to center field. Wilson's going to scoop that one up. Mark McGuire walked his first time up and stayed right 3 on the outside. Terry Steinbeck. Error to throw possibly. 2-3, and that's going to be a single, no error. But the run aboard with 2 out single there by Steinbeck. Lance Blankenship. Steinbeck taking a big lead out there, but he's not on running. 2-4. That's a hit into Wilson in center field, and Wilson is going to make the play. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors to go to the bottom of the 4th. Bo Jackson 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. If he could stay away from the strikeouts. Jim Eisenreich 0 for 1. Hit it where they're not there, Jim. 1-4. That's going to be towards McGuire at first base. Both times our range plays have been of McGuire at first base. So he's made both of them. Mike Moore, Danny Dartenbull. 5-3. Danny. Nope. It's ground ball. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Go to the top of the 5th. Cruising right along here for you guys. Stan Javier. Stadium check. 35. That's ground ball. Hit to Brett. 1 away. Walt Weiss. 6-4. Walt. 22. It's ground ball to White. 2 away. Ricky Henderson. 2-3. He's going to walk, and that's dangerous because, look, steal, stolen base. He's on second with 2 away here for Carney Lansford. 3-4. Oh, no strikeout, though. Lansford. 3-6. That's going to be a double, and coming in to score will be Ricky Henderson. We got us a tie ball game. Top of 5, just like that. Ricky Henderson set the table, and they get delivered. They get some Chinese delivery there. Ground ball out, but 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. It's a 1-1 ball game going to the bottom of the 5th. Halfway through this bad boy. Kurt Stillwell, 25 error check. And that's going to be 2-0 because it's a fly ball out and a strikeout. So 2 quick outs here for Bob Boone, 5-3, and no strikeout that time. 2-3, ground ball out. So 1-2-3 inning once again. Retro Sports Network, how you doing there? Some Bo Chow Mein, says Retro Sports Network. That's correct. As I mentioned, the Chinese takeout. Here in the top of the 6th, this is game number 128. This is game 2 of our doubleheader here for you guys. I'm trying to get a few games under our belts here, trying to get some of this done. We got 4 games against California, which went really, really well. And now we've got 3 games at home against the Oakland A's. Range play, that's never a good thing, by Mark McGuire. And that's going to be the center field. Wilson comes in, diving stop there, scoops it up, little snow cone action there. 2 away for Terry Steinbeck, and no hit by pitch. And at 21, that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning by Mark Gubaza, who's pitching it just as well as Mike Moore. Quite a nice pitching duel here. If you like some defense and some pitching, you probably are enjoying this game immensely. 6-1, that's going to be a single. So Steitzer aboard with the single. That brings up Willie Wilson. And Wilson is actually, I'm going to do a surprise sacrifice here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it doesn't matter because they walked him. He pulls the bat back and takes that pitch outside. And that's 2 runners on with no one out. That brings up George Brett, who's terrible at sacrificing. Let's see if he can get a base hit, though. 1-5 and strike 3. Ooh, now they're going to try the pickoff. No pickoff. Bo Jackson, TH, 2-5, error check. Come on, Bo. 44, that's going to be to Blankenship, no error. And advancing, only plays at first. So it brings up a big opportunity here for Jim Eisenreich. 2 on, 2 outs, bottom of 6. Did they pitch to Eisenreich or did they go after Tartable, who's prone to swinging and missing? Yeah, I don't. Eisenreich is 0 for 2, so we'll pitch to him. 4-5. Yep, that was a good choice. Oh, although that's an error on the ground ball. Weiss, it right between his leg. It's going to be a 1-base error as Henderson coming in to score is Steitzer. Willie Wilson moves to 3rd.
How many gallons in our pool? I'm lining up people to come out to give us estimates.
I think it's like 7,500. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So Steitzer scores Wilson to 3rd. Eisenreich safe on the error. Big error though on Weiss. And it's 2-1 KC, bottom of 6th. Danny Tartanbull, 1-3. Yep, maybe they should have pitched to Tartanbull because they get the error and they get the strikeout and the out. So maybe they should have walked the bases loaded, but we go to the top of the 7th, 2-1 KC. Lance Blankenship, 0 for 2. Cabaza pitching a pretty good game. As I say that, he walks Blankenship, and then we're going to put the sack on. 3-5 and strikes out Stan Javier. They do put the steal on. Okay, and he's in there with the stolen base, though. So he does get to 2nd. Walt Weiss, shortstop. And that is going to be an auto out. Ground ball hits short. No advance on the play. Out at first. 2 away. Good defense once again by Kansas City Royals. 2-3. Another walk by Gabaza. That's 5 walks. He's not helping his own cause. Gabaza. And that's going to be an all single coming in to score. Tie this ball game up. Henderson around 2nd. He heads to 3rd. Runners at the corners. And just like that, it's a 2-2 ball game. Gabaza trying to struggle through this. Top of the 7th, 2-5, error check. Jose Canseco, 4-3. It's a ground ball to Steitzer. Oh my gosh, 1-10 would have been an error, but fortunately for us, Steitzer makes good defense, but it is 1 run on 1 hit and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 7th, all tied 2 apiece. And take me out to the ball game. Stretch time. Mike Moore still has a little bit of strength left in him, so he's going to come out here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Stillwell foul tips that one off. 4-1. He's going to fly ball to Henderson out in left field. Frank White 1-for-2 with a double. He's going to have a ground ball to short. And Bob Boone. And it's a 1-2-3 inning as Mike Moore with his 8th strikeout. And Gabaz's day is going to be done, ladies and gentlemen. So, Mike Gabaz's. Well, let's see. Looks like they're going to be bringing in Terry Leach again. Trying to get Terry Leach some work here in the top of the 8th inning. Dave Parker 0-for-3 with a strikeout on the day. Big left-hander steps in, 4-5, and that's going to be into right field, and that's going to be caught out there by Danny Dartable. So brings up Mark McGuire 0-for-2 on the day. He's going to get on top of this one, a little slider, and knuckleball it over to White at second base. 2-way for Terry Steinbeck. 1-for-3 on the day. Terry Steinbeck. And he's going to single. Lance Blankenship 0-for-2 with the walk. 3-4. Blankenship 41 against the right-hander. It's ground ball down to Steitzer, and Steitzer across the diamond. Go to the bottom of the 8th, tied up 2-2. Mike Moore still pitching strong for Oakland. 1-4, and that's a walk. So that means they're going to have to decide what they're doing. They got a switchy, a lefty, and a righty and a lefty. And who do we have in the pen? A right-hander. Okay. So they're going to leave Moore out there for now, but of course he's on the short leash. Willie Wilson. So no one out. Wilson, you know, he's going to put the bunt down. So they're going to play corners in. Unless we send Seitzer on the steal. Willie Wilson is a very good bunter. Yeah, I think we're going to sack. So Wilson up there, he's going to try and sacrifice. 2-4. A wild pitch. And the wild pitch gets by. And that's going to advance the runner. So even better. So still going to try and sacrifice to get him over to third. With one out, that would be just fine with me. So Mike Moore with the wild pitch. Oakland come undone here in the bottom of the 8th. 6-3. Successful sack. So going to third, Steitzer with only one out. That brings up George Brett, Bo Jackson. If they can hit it deep enough, sacrifice fly could win this. And error on a throw. And that's going to be a single by George Brett, who finally comes through. No error on the play, but drives in the RBI. The crowd goes crazy. Robbie, what's going on, Robbie? As you just saw Mr. George Brett get the RBI single into center field. And Steitzer comes in to score. Wild pitch comes back to bite Oakland here. Brings up Bo Jackson 0-for-3 with 2 strikeouts. If he could stay away from the strikeouts, he could do something. So he's got an opportunity. 5-3. That's going to be a fly ball to center, and that's 2-way for Eisenreich now. Left fielder, and nilly. 1-3 is all Mike Moore gives up, and it's a 2. So 1-7. This one's going. It's in the air. It's headed back towards the wall, and it falls at the base of the wall, unbelievably. And bouncing off the wall, Henderson grabs it, and They're going to hold Brett up at third base. So stopping at third, George Brett on the double by Jim Eisenreich. That one hit the top of the wall, just about cleared it. Wow. That brings up Danny Chartable. They're going to they leave more in. They're going to leave more in and see if he can get this last out. 3-3. Oh, it's a range play. That could be good, could be bad. Depends where you hit it. 2-1. That's to Langsford. It's over his head, down the line, into the corner, and that is going to score a run. In fact, it's going to score 2 runs, and the manager heads out of the dugout. And they're going to be making the pitching switch here as Kansas City explodes here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Explodes in the bottom of the 8th. Oh, boy. Well, Gene Nelson's coming in, 3-4. Gene Nelson, 3-4, 3-4. It's a liner down to McGuire at first, but 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. The failed range play here hurt Oakland, and something else hurt Oakland. Was it a wild pitch or a pass ball or wild pitch, whatever it was? So all that comes into play as we go to the top of the 9th. Terry Leach coming back out to pitch the 9th against Stan Javier. Javier looks at an outside pitch. And lazy fly ball to Wilson in center field. 1 out, 2 outs remaining. Range play here for Walt Weiss. 3-3. That's to Stillwell. Can't make it. That one's going to fall in. And that brings up Ricky Henderson, who's 0 for 1 with 3 walks on the day. And that's going to be it for Terry Leach. Short leash time. Short leash. They gave Montgomery the day off yesterday specifically for this game. So if you go back and watch the previous game, that was what we... Montgomery comes in, throws a curveball in there, lands right behind the plate. So 2 away. Carney lands for 2-5, and that's nothing. 2-5, 51. That's going to be to Stillwell. Stillwell scoops up, throws over, and that's it. Kansas City defeats Oakland 5-2. KC wins. KC wins. We're going to be looking at our season. We're going to spend just a couple minutes looking at our season. If you're interested, I am going to mute it. All right, we're back. I wanted to check on our last, let's go into our statistics here. Batting, pitching, standing schedules and results. There's what we want to see. So we actually want to look at our Kansas City Royals. We have been, so here's what we have so far. We have, we've won, oh my gosh, look at this. This has been crazy streak. I knew we were on some crazy good streak, but this is crazy. We, from game 104, if we go back to game 104, we won, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then we lost to Minnesota. Then we won, and then we won. And then Boston beat us 2 games, and then we won 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we've won 19 of the last 22 games is our crazy good. Crazy good. And one of these games was a hell of a comeback against Boston, I believe, was the first game of this series. We were down 6-0. We came back and won 7-6, so that could have been another loss there. Let's scroll up a little bit and see. Before that, it was kind of we got swept by Milwaukee. We took 1 of 3 against the Yankees. We lost 2 of 3 against the White Sox. Last time out in Oakland, let's see, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So we split it against Oakland. Yeah, so it's been kind of, up until that point, it's been kind of a haphazard little season where it's been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But 19 of the last 22 have been W's for Kansas City. We've been on some crazy, crazy good rolls. Let's see, 7-5, we won. 11-1, 5-0, 6-7, 3-5, 9-5, 14-0. We blasted Minnesota 14-0. We came back against Boston 7-6. Then Boston beat us 7-2 and 2-0. And then Kansas City won 7-1, 7-2, 6-1, 4-2, 12-10. That was a hell of a game too. 2-1, 4-0, 3-2, 4-2, 6-4, 5-2, 2-0, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2. So I don't know what to take out of that, but we've been on a crazy good roll. I see that. We've had a few games where our offense needed to step up, but it looks like mostly pitching and defense there, I would have to say. Giving up 2 runs, 2 runs, 2 runs, 0-2, 4-2-2-0-1, 10-2, 1-2-1-0. So yeah, averaging pretty low there, if I would say. So, alrighty. So IDJ Manager of the Year says Retro Sports Network. Thanks, buddy. All right, so that is game number 127, 128. I wanted to check our stats to see how we were doing. I was kind of afraid to actually come in here and look at this because it just seemed like we were winning every single game we played recently. And yeah, it's 19 of the last 20 we've won, so I'm not going to complain. Even Charlie Liebrandt with a win. Charlie Liebrandt with 2 wins. Good God. You know we're on a hot streak with Charlie Liebrandt gets a win. Alrighty, guys, thanks for coming by Retro Sports Network. Robbie, Wartburg, Bubba Husky, Al, Red Sox fan, all my good friends out there. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you guys later this afternoon for some more 1989 Kansas City Royals replay. Till then, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.